Hi, and welcome back to Yoga with Tim. Today I'm here with Marlena, and we're gonna do a full body flow today. So begin standing at the top of your mat. Stand with your feet about hip socket distance apart. Bring your knuckles to your temples. As you exhale, draw your elbows in and look down towards your chest. Feel your upper back and the back of your neck open. As you inhale, tip your heart up, open up the elbows, lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale to draw in. Inhale, lift up, open up, tip the heart, even look up. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, open up. Good. Now keep the elbows open, but look straight ahead. Twist to your right as you exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale to your left. Inhale to center. Now bring your right knee up as you exhale, twist to your right. Inhale to center, stand. Exhale to your left as you bring your left knee up. Inhale to center. Exhale to your right. Inhale to center. Exhale to your left. Inhale to center. Then stretch your arms straight up into the air. Exhale, bend your elbows back into a cactus position. Feel the backs of your arms, armpits turn on, backs of your shoulders, open your chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, lengthen your spine. Step back into plank pose. As you hold in your plank, exhale, right knee up to right elbow. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach back. Lower down slowly to elbow height. Pause there. Lift back up into plank. Lie down onto your belly. Stretch your arms all the way forward, hands down, head down. Reach and get long. Then exhale into cactus position. Bend the elbows back. As you hold there, feel the muscles in the backs of your shoulders turn on. Then inhale, stretch your arms forward again. Exhale, pull the elbows back. Squeeze the armpits down towards your hips. Stretch your arms back behind you. Point the thumbs up. Roll the fronts of the shoulders open as you turn on the backs of the shoulders. Then place your hands next to your side ribs in low cobra position. Lower your heart down. Press up with a neutral spine into plank pose. Good. Stretch back into downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank pose. Now, different variations we hold in plank. Find your mountain pose line from ankles to hips to shoulders to ears, collarbones broad. Now maintaining that, engage your outer hips and see if you can raise your right leg 1 inch. Don't let your belly sink. Change, raise your left leg 1 inch. Change, right leg. Change, left. Set that foot down, lie down on your belly. Stretch your arms all the way forward. Reach forward through your hands, reach back through your toes. Now, as long as it's not too much on your lower back, try lifting your hands up and your head up. Press down through your feet, firm your hips out of your back, then bend the elbows into cactus as you exhale. Squeeze the backs of the armpits down to your hips, spread your chest. Inhale the arms forward, thumbs up. Hands can go down if it's too much on your lower back. Exhale back into cactus, hold. Then stretch your arms straight back, turn the thumbs up. Place your hands by your side ribs. Hold in low cobra or come into upward facing dog. Stretch back into downward facing dog. Breathe through your nose. Walk your feet all the way forward. Inhale into a flat back at length. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into chair pose. Bend your knees, sit your hips back, raise your arms up. Exhale, come up to stand, mountain pose. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step your left leg back into a lunge. Lower your knee down. Inhale, come up, raise your arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Stay upright as you twist to your right and spread your arms out. Inhale, come back to center, raise your arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward into plank pose. Hold your abs in. Exhale, raise your right leg up an inch. Change, raise the left leg up an inch. Set your foot down and stretch back into downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up from the inner thigh. Reach it up behind you, but keep your abs in, your rib cage hugged in from the sides. Exhale, knee to chest, shift into plank and pull up. Step your foot all the way up by your thumb. Inhale, come up onto your fingers, lengthen. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Then rebend, step your back leg forward and fold forward. Inhale into chair pose, bend your knees, sit back. Exhale, come up to stand, mountain pose. Inhale into chair pose, bend knees, sit back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step your right leg back into a lunge and lower your knee down. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Twist to your left, spread your arms out. Inhale, come back to center, raise your arms up. Bring your hands down. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. Hold in your plank, hug your middle in, resist gravity with your front body, and raise your left leg up just an inch. Change, raise your right leg up an inch. Set that foot down, stretch back into downward dog. Inhale, raise your left leg up from the inner thigh. Hug your side ribs in and down towards your hips as you stretch the leg. Reach through your left hip and buttock towards your foot. Exhale your knee to your chest, shift into plank, pull up. Step your foot all the way up by your thumb. Inhale, come up onto your fingertips. Reach forward through your side ribs and chest as your left hip crease moves back. Then exhale, start to straighten your left leg, but keep reaching your chest forward. Bend your knee and step your back leg forward and fold. Inhale into chair pose. Bend knees, sit back. Bring hands to prayer. Twist. Take your left elbow to your knee. Now glance down. Aim your sit bones straight back behind you. Line up your knees again if your left knee twisted forward, and aim your crown, top of your head, straight out in between your knees. Then shift your weight over into your right heel, step your left leg back into crescent lunge. Lift up on your back thigh like you see Marlena doing, and grow long through the line of your back ankle. Bring your hands down to the mat, step back into plank pose. Take a vinyasa, or just stretch back into down dog. Vinyasa means do chaturanga, then up dog. Look in between your hands. Step or float up lightly to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into chair pose. Bend your knees, sit back. Bring hands to prayer. Twist to your left. Then glance down at the floor to check your alignment. Shift your weight into your left heel. Left outer hip strong. Without your left hip swinging to the side, step your right leg back. Press down in between the space between your right big toe mound and second toe mound, and lift your back thigh bone away from the floor. Grow long through the line of your back ankle, hips, shoulders, ears. Then bring your hands back down to the mat, step back into plank pose. Lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale into cobra pose. Exhale, lower your heart back down, press up into plank pose. Stretch back into down dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into chair pose. Bend your knees, sit your hips back. Then take your arms forward and cross your left leg up and over your right. Cross your left elbow under. Then start to lean your chest forward halfway. Engage the muscles in your right outer hip, uncross your left leg and reach it back into warrior 3, but keep your right outer hip hugged in so your sit bone is on a track with your right heel. Grow your back leg, reach forward through your heart. Then bend your right knee. Keep that length through your back leg and spine. Step back into warrior 1. Uncross your arms, reach up. Then bring your hands to prayer position. Spin your back heel up. Keeping your right hip on a track with your ankle, step forward, chair pose. Stand, mountain pose. Inhale into chair pose. Take your arms forward, straight out in front of you. Cross your right leg up and over your left, right elbow under. Hold here for 5 breaths. Then start to lean your chest forward halfway. Keep your left outer hip engaged. Hips level to the floor. Uncross your right leg and reach it back into Warrior 3. Then bend that left knee, stay steady, grow your mountain pose line from your back leg through your spine. And step back into Warrior 1. Uncross, reach up. Bring hands to prayer. Spin your back heel up. Step forward, chair pose. Raise your arms up. And stand, mountain pose. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step right back into downward dog. Inhale into plank pose. Set your elbows down onto the ground. Take your feet outer hips distance apart. Then angle your left forearm inward slightly. Spin your heels over to the left and take your right arm up. Side plank on your left forearm. Press down through the inner and outer edges of your feet. Engage your legs. Plug your navel into the front of your spine up to your heart as you firm your hips to your feet. Plug your shoulder blades in so your chest is open. Change sides. Bring your right elbow down. Raise your left arm. Make sure the right arm's angled in slightly. Press through your feet, engage your legs, hips. Firm the hips towards the feet as you scoop your navel up. Plug your shoulder blades in, and instead of your head hanging forward, which is building more tension in your neck, let your head lean back into alignment with your spine so that your collarbones are open and your back muscles are getting strengthened in a good way. Slowly bring your left elbow down. Now turn your thumbs up, set your knees down for a moment. Spread your collarbones, curl your toes, lift your knees, hips up, downward facing dog on your forearms. Walk your feet in closer if you can. Press your forearms down, plug your navel in, and stretch your right leg up behind you. Change, stretch your left leg. Set that foot down. Set your knees down, come into child's pose. Then come to lie on your back. Bring your legs up into tabletop position. Place your hands behind your head. As you exhale, curl up towards your knees and engage the tops of your abdominals so that it's like you're trying to make your middle abdominals disappear. Keeping your lower belly in, push your right heel forward, and then see if you can lower the legs slowly without the middle abs opening back up. Change legs. Keep crunching up, crunch those lower ribs towards the hip bones. Change legs. Change legs. Now the most advanced one, we'll see if you could lift this extended leg up a bit and then stretch your right leg out to meet it. If you feel that your lower back pops up, better to keep one knee bent, hold those abs in for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Good job. Bend your knees, set your feet down. Now place your hands next to your side, thumbs pointing up, press your upper arm bone down into the ground and lift your hips up, bridge pose. As you hold here and press the upper arm bones down, feel your shoulder blades plug in so your back muscles turn on, but still keep your hips reaching out of your lower back so your abdominal wall stays long and strong. Feel your glutes engage, the hamstrings engage. Good, then lower your hips back down. Open your arms out to the side. Cross your right knee up and over your left. Take your hips over to the right a little and let your knees fall over to the left. At the same time, as you're letting your legs fall over, stretch your spine like it's in traction. Reach your hips out of your lower back. Imagine someone took the back of your head in the hands and stretched away from your hips. Bring the knees and the hips back to center. Change the cross of your legs. Take the hips over to the left a little, knees over to the right. As the legs are going over, stretch the spine at the same time. So this will ensure we tend to have the hinge spots in your spine where it's stiff and it's weak. So when you go to take the legs over, your spine will just want to hinge from those stiff, weak spots, which makes them more stiff, weak, and achy. So instead, if you go slow and visualize the spine turning more evenly, it will help to make those places healthier. Come back to center and stretch your legs out for Savasana, corpse pose. Hands down at your side, feet about hip distance apart, a little wider, hands at least a foot away from your body. Now just take this opportunity to completely relax. From head to toe, let the body drop. And each time you exhale, sink a little deeper inward. Then gently bend your knees, roll over to your right side. Press yourself up to seated. And bring your palms together. Thank you. Namaste. Hey, thanks for joining us. I hope you feel good after today's practice, invigorated, yet calm. If you enjoyed the practice, let me know below the little shorter variations of the sequence that I'm working on now. And, do all the other stuff, like it, subscribe, you know what to do. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.